You can log into I/O from the staff page of our district website. Click on School Data Tools in the Staff Toolbox area on the right-hand side. You may then be prompted to sign in with your district account, or it will automatically sign you in with single sign-on. Once you sign in, you'll need to click on Quick Links in the upper left-hand corner and select I/O Assessment. To administer an I/O assessment online, you will need to either click on the Administer Online Test tile or select it under the Testing menu to the left. There are a few different ways you can find the test you want to administer. If you know the test ID number, you can simply type it in, click Search, and the test will appear. You can also filter the search options to the content area and the test level you are looking for. In this case, I am looking for Grade 3 Math Benchmark 1. So I would select Common Core Math under the content area, and then I will select 3rd grade under the test level. I can filter the options even further by typing the word benchmark in the search field, and then I will be able to find the one I'm looking for. Once I do, I simply click Select. Another way to find an assessment quickly is to use the category drop-down on the left-hand side. In this case, I would select Benchmarks District Elementary Math, and then I would select the Grade 3 Math Benchmark 1. From here, you need to decide if you would like to preview this assessment or set up a testing session ID so your students can take the test. To set up a testing session, make sure Administer Test is selected and click OK. You will see that 30 minutes is the default for the amount of time students have to log in and start taking the test from the time you generate the session ID. There is no time limit for how long students have to take the test. If a student shows up after the 30-minute time frame, you just need to click Start Session again and generate a new session ID. You'll want to project or display the session ID so students can enter it when they are ready to take the test. The session ID is not case sensitive. There are a few different ways you can get students ready to take an online test. You can log the computers in to your site's secure testing area. Students can click the shortcut to I/O on the desktop of student computers, or students can go to edams.com and click on Online Testing. Students will need to enter their 6-digit student IDs and the session ID in order to get started. For demonstration purposes, I am logging in as Big Bird, who is one of our students in the SPS testing site. Once they click Continue, they simply need to click Begin Test to get started. When a student takes an online test, I/O auto scores all of the items it can, but there are often items that require teacher scoring. These are called constructed responses. In order to score these items, you will want to click on the CR grading tile or select Input Test Data from the testing menu on the left-hand side and then select CR grading. From here, you'll want to make sure that you've selected the correct site, the correct teacher, the correct group of students, or any specifics you have related to the assessment you're wanting to grade. You click Next, and then you'll see the assessments that have been taken associated with the group of students you selected. In this case, I'm looking for the Grade 3 Math Benchmark 1. Once I select Grade 3 Math Benchmark 1, and I go into the CR grading area, I will see that there are 2 items that require teacher scoring, and it gives me the option to jump from item 3 to item 5, and I can also customize the screen by unclicking or clicking the choices here. So I could show the actual item or hide it or show the rubric or not. So you can adjust the screen as you see fit. It's also a nice feature to hide student information while you're scoring to help limit some bias, and then you can always unclick that and see and record what students earned. While you're scoring, you'll see item notes that will assist you with that scoring. In this case, I think the student earned 1 of 1 points, and I added a comment, nice doubling strategy. I can simply then go over to item number 5, get that scored, and everything's auto-saved, so there's really nothing more for me to do from there. If you want to see your comments and have a track record of what you've entered here, you can access that in the student performance report by simply changing the report type to constructed responses. We encourage you to explore a few of the standards-based reports as well. One last thought about benchmark testing. It can be helpful to use a blended approach. If students first take an assessment paper pencil, then you set up a session ID to administer the test online. Students can enter their answers into the online version. This can be a nice introduction to online testing. We wish you and your students all the best. Please don't hesitate to let us know how we can help.